Hey everyone, hope your week's going well. Wanted to finish the week off talking about a bit more in-depth content and creating it. So we've talked about using content in your website for education. We've talked about how to create, educational emails about the product, about Seed to Seal, about Young Living, about the starter kit, whatever it may be. We've talked about creating presentations and content for a class, an event, a business meeting, whatever it may be. And again, using your website to do so. So using the content on your website. Now, today I want to talk just a bit more about the rest of the content you might need in your business and ways that you can use your website to do so. Now, like we've talked about, your website is a great resource. Use it, learn from it, let your website be the expert, right? You're able to go to your site, you're able to learn about the product, you're able to really benefit from it. Now, that being said, there's certain situations when we're using content and we're creating content that we're going to want to be a bit more creative. So we're going to use the website more for an educational purpose, a compliance purpose, and then we're going to take some creative liberty and combining the two, we're going to create content for social media and also for blog post, okay? So when you're doing a blog or you're doing something on social media, this is when you want to be a bit more creative. You want to have a bit more fun, you want to have nice pictures and different things to go along with it. So like I said, the website now becomes more of the expert. So we're going to use the website to help us learn, to make sure we're saying compliant things, to know what goes inside the oils, and so on. So what I always do is, again, I start out with a Word document. So bear with me here. We're going to do this one live as well. I ask myself a few questions, okay? And so I do this every week. You can do it every 2 weeks, every month, however you want. But I sit down and I say, okay, how do I use oils? This is the first question that I ask myself, and I think, okay, since my last time doing this activity, how have I used oils? Okay, so let's just make up some stuff, right? So let's say, okay, we've made bath salts. Let's say we cooked with it. So we cooked brownies, fish, salsa, and chicken. Okay, what else have we done with our oils? Used at the gym, used in the sun, in the spa, used for a foot massage. How else have we used oils? And we can even change this. So how have I used oils or YL products? Okay, so Ningxia cider, the holidays are coming up. What else have I done? I tested Cool Azul. So I'm just making these up as we go, but you get the idea. Think about every detail and everything that you've done in the last whatever time period since you've done this activity on how you've used your oils, okay, or the products from Young Living. Anything you've done. So for instance, in this one, an example, I've just put tested out Cool Azul. So maybe if there's a new product you tried and it's your first time, that's a great thing to include because you could do a whole blog post or a social media post on you trying out a new product. What you think about it, what you liked, what you didn't like, how you used it. There's a lot you can do. Okay. The other thing is, when do I use oil? This is another question that I ask myself. So again, in the time period, when have I used oils? Now, don't say all the time. Don't say everywhere, right? Be specific. So when have I used oils? Well, I used them when I went out to eat. Okay. I've used them with my family. So family time at the end of the day. Each morning in smoothies. So then I'm going to add smoothies up here because these lists are constantly changing as we're answering the other questions. Okay, what other ways have I used them? When have I used these oils, right? So if you've used other times, so I did a Young Living meeting this week, a business meeting, so I've used abundance oil. Okay, when have you used the oils? The next question is, how do I share my oil? So again, in the last time period, how have you shared them? So I'm going to say chewing gum. And a lot of you may have heard this, but what I mean by this is you treat your oils like it's chewing gum. When you're standing in a group of people, and you take out some gum, usually people ask you for a piece. People are interested, they want to know more about it, or whatever, right? And they want to try some gum, a new flavor, whatever it may be. Treat your oils the same way. So for me, I'll take them out and I will treat them as if they're chewing gum. Ask people if they want some, if they want to try it, whatever it may be. This is a great blog post that you can write about. How else have I shared them? Well, I had a business meeting. I did some social media posts, taught a class on cooking and oils, sent out emails about Cool Azul. Okay. Again, just making up some ideas, but you get the point. Think about how you've done these things in the past, okay? Oil stories that I have recently had. So testimonies or experiences that you recently had, okay? So for me, off of this example, it said tested Cool Azul. So I'm going to put Cool Azul down here. And then I'm going to put some of the notes, right? Nice aroma. Works great. You know, worth the price. Different things that I think about the oil or the product, right? So that way when I later use this to create my content, whether it be for social media or for a blog, I have information to go off of, okay? So oil stories I recently have had. Let's see, holiday party. If I can spell holiday, here we go. Holiday party, so I'm going to put the Ningxia cider in here. The peppermint brownies, okay? And then you can keep listing out other things that you've done. Now, testimonials, this is going to be what others have told you about the products, things that they have done or things that have helped them. Now, again, this needs to be kept compliant, okay? So I don't want you saying, oh, it's cured my arthritis and someone said that, so it makes it okay. You need to make sure that if you're using testimonials, they are compliant. So let's just say we'll make up names. Tom said YL has changed his children's lives. Okay. Kathy tried Cool Azul. Was not her favorite, but she then found Panaway and loves it. Okay, so these are testimonials, but also just other stories, others' interactions with the product. Now, let's take a second and talk about Kathy in this example. So Kathy tried Cool Azul and she tells you it wasn't her favorite. So many people are going to say, well, why are you writing about this? Why are we using a bad example? Let me tell you what, there's ways to share stuff like this in a positive way, and it makes you come across as more real, right? So not everything is perfect. When you talk about, yeah, Kathy uses Young Living, she loves the product. Cool Azul, she loved the smell, she was excited to use it. She then found it was a bit strong for her taste. After looking around many times through the product guide, she came across Panaway. She realized, oh, that's an oil that I have in my kit that can also work similar to Cool Azul. I'm going to try it out. She then loved it. One of the great things about Young Living is they have hundreds of products, right? So talk to people in a way that use their testimonials, share what they know, share this stuff on social media. It's what people want to hear. It's what they want to know. They want to know that it's real. They don't want to think that everything's perfect and that they're always going to hear only the good things. Now, if someone comes to you and says, I hate this oil, I hate Young Living, don't share just the negative stuff. Be smart, but something, an example like this, share it in a way that's going to show how robust of a company Young Living really is. Okay? So now that we have these questions answered, this really is a great opportunity for us because now we know what to do. We know what to talk about. We know what we're going to base our post and our blogs off of. Okay, so let's start. How do I use oils or wild products? Okay, so bath salts, this is going to do, I'm going to do a Facebook post and a blog. Okay, so the Facebook post could just be simply, check out these amazing bath salts I made. I love them. Hashtag relaxation. Hashtag lavender oil. Okay, that's it. That's your Facebook post, and you can then link that to your blog, which then your blog is more bath salts, and then you have all kinds of text about what it is. So a few paragraphs, right? And then you have your directions to make the bath salts. Okay. Then your call to action. Invite people to make bath salts. Try them or gift them to others. Okay. And your conclusion. Guys, this is all it takes. This is a successful blog post. This is all you need to have. Okay? You have your Facebook post, it links you to your blog. You now have a successful blog post talking about bath salts. This is what you need when you're creating content. Okay? Now, when you're talking about products, use your website. Go to the catalog and look at other products, get other ideas, add different things to your recipes. Okay? When you're talking about cooking, maybe you want to link it to the vitality section instead of a blog post when you're doing your Facebook. Link it here to your website, to the dietary vitality oils. It's a great way to do it, okay? Get creative and have fun with using your oils. Now, this is such a simple way to create posts. It's such a simple way to be present on social media, have a constant following. I personally use a company where they do a lot of my posts for me. However, I'm still posting constantly every day. Okay? Every day I'm using the website to find different ideas. Coming up with creative ways to post on social media and creative blog posts to be successful. It takes consistency and constant posting, okay? So make sure you do this. Ask yourself these questions and do this every week. Then you can simply sit down and plan out the week's post in no time at all. You can plan out the week's blogs in no time at all. And use your website for help. Anything you need to know, come to your website, look it over. You will find the answers here. I hope you guys have a great weekend, a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if you have questions, like always, let me know. Excited to talk with you all next week. Bye-bye.